What's up everyone? So in this video I wanted to talk about one of my favorite fucking drinks of all time, yerba mate. So what is yerba mate anyway? Well, yerba mate is a plant that was traditionally grown in the rainforests in Brazil, and nowadays you can get yerba mate from Argentina and from all over South America. Personally, my favorite yerba mate is wild yerba mate, and wild yerba mate is a lot different. This is wild Brazilian yerba mate right here, Nativa brand. Anyone who knows Nativa, they know that they specialize in superfoods and make sure that they give you the best possible form from the best sources that you can get. And this yerba mate is excellent. Wild mate particularly is supposedly it contains less caffeine than other versions of mate, but more medicinal properties. I mean, of course, it's kind of like when you get wild reishi mushroom or something to that extent, or wild ginseng. Typically, the wild version of the plant is going to be a lot more a lot more potent in medicinal qualities, and it's going to align a lot more with the traditional uses. So yerba mate is a plant similar to green tea and whatnot, or tea just in general, because it contains it's a leaf, and it contains theobromine, which is the compound in black tea and coffee that helps to open up your blood vessels and boost circulation and cognitive performance. And furthermore, yerba mate contains, I believe it's 4 times the antioxidant power that green tea contains. Yerba mate, of course, is a caffeinated leaf. It's a caffeinated plant, and it has more caffeine per tablespoon than green tea, but less than coffee. Now, of course, I don't really understand why having less caffeine is such a big selling point. It's because people are afraid of caffeine. But personally, I'm a big fan of caffeine. Now, this yerba mate in particular is a lot less advertised as a caffeine supplement. As a matter of fact, it doesn't even list the caffeine on here. However, it does list as high in magnesium. It's got 10% of your daily recommended dose of magnesium per tablespoon. That means that 10 tablespoons of this yerba mate, which is a lot of mate, would equal to about 400 milligrams of magnesium. Okay, so keep that in mind. This is very high in magnesium for a tea. Okay, and these are the minerals that are going to be in the water that's extracted. It's got 380% of your daily recommended dose of manganese per tablespoon. That's a lot of manganese. 4% niacin, 4% riboflavin, which is their B vitamins, and 4% iron and 2% calcium. So it's very high in electrolytes. You got your calcium, iron. It's got 85 grams of potassium per tablespoon, and only 35 milligrams of sodium. For those who do not know, high blood pressure is not caused by high sodium, it's caused by more sodium than potassium, okay? The cure to high blood pressure as far as sodium is concerned is not to eat 0 sodium. You'll fucking die if you don't eat any sodium in your diet. But the truth is that, as far as sodium is concerned, you need to eat 3 times the potassium that you consume in sodium. So that means if I have 1,000 milligrams of sodium, then I need about 3,000 or more of potassium, and the more potassium than sodium that you have, the thinner your blood will be. Okay, so furthermore, yerba mate has actually been used as a traditional remedy for gastrointestinal issues, like for instance, it's been shown to be extremely effective against colon cancer, specifically the caffeic acid within yerba mate, which I've actually done a video on before. It's also found in coffee, caffeic acid, but it's been shown to be able to treat cancer as well as possibly treat cancer, but also prevent cancer. So yerba mate has a lot of other medicinal qualities. Furthermore, it's high in vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, B1, B2, B3, B5, and other bioavailability factors, cofactors of B vitamins. It's high in calcium, magnesium, manganese, iron, selenium, potassium, phosphorus, And zinc as well, is high in zinc. So for those of you with erectile dysfunction or testosterone issues, this has a lot of zinc in it, as well as magnesium and pretty much all the vitamins and minerals that we need to sustain life. Now, in varying quantities, but it's a pretty good source of a lot of different compounds. It helps to nourish the adrenal glands. So, a lot of people are all mixed up about caffeinated plants. They think that caffeine is going to cause them a ton of anxiety and stuff, and caffeine will on its own. But depending on the package that this caffeine is in, for instance, green tea actually has been shown to have anti-stress and effects, like lowers cortisol and whatnot. And for me, I drink yerba mate and black tea before I go to bed sometimes. Yerba mate has actually been traditionally said to help you have more vivid dreams and help you control your sleep patterns better. People often say that yerba mate doesn't even have caffeine in it. They have a variant of caffeine called matine in it, which science says otherwise. Science says it's caffeine. But they do say that, because, they have better control of their sleeping patterns. Like, you can drink a fuck ton of mate and feel energized, but then you may want to go to sleep, and the yerba mate will not stop you from going to sleep. And this is why people often, they feel like it doesn't have caffeine in it and it's another compound. But the truth is, the antioxidants and the different vitamins and minerals and different compounds in the plant are going to help balance out the effects of the caffeine. So keep that in mind. If you feel really jittery on coffee, you may not feel really jittery on green or even black tea or yerba mate, no matter how much caffeine is in it. It's not really the caffeine that is causing the jitters. It's a mix of like the caffeine with nothing or the caffeine with other things as well. Okay, so when you take caffeine in whole plant form, it's going to benefit you or cause different side effects even than if you were to drink it on its own. So keep that in mind. You take a fucking caffeine pill, it's going to make you feel a lot different than if you drink a couple tablespoons of yerba mate, which is still a lot of mate. But I don't care. I drink a fuck ton of it. Furthermore, yerba mate is high in different antioxidants like carotenes, different types of carotenes, not only vitamin A, and fatty acids, chlorophyll, which is, it's like liquid sunlight, and chlorophyll is one of the most beneficial compounds that's found in all green plants, and it's super high in yerba mate, as well as wheatgrass and things of that nature. High in flavonols, okay, polyphenols as well. So polyphenols and flavonols are, as we all know, are basically plant-based compounds with medicinal properties, just like the antioxidants in green tea. I think it's ECGC or whatever, and the tea catechins, which have been shown to have a lot of medicinal properties. I believe have been shown to to kill cancer cells, boost the immune system, and all sorts of great things. It's high in inositol, which is like a B vitamin, trace minerals, antioxidants, tannins, which are very medicinal. I believe I already said that. Pantothenic acid and 15 amino acids. Okay, so that means protein, really. Amino acids on their own, depending on the composition that they're contained in, have very therapeutic effects on the body. Like, for instance, if you take in a lot of tyrosine, for instance, take 3 grams of tyrosine, it's going to boost your dopamine because certain amino acids are precursors to different hormones and neurotransmitters in the body. So, for instance, if I eat like a banana, it's been said to be high in tryptophan. Tryptophan helps to raise serotonin, so it has an antidepressant effect on the brain. Of course, you have to also take the cofactors. For instance, for tryptophan, you need vitamin B6. I believe you need vitamin C, as well as high tryptophan in order to make serotonin. So that's another reason why drinking, yerba mate or green tea or a whole plant form of caffeine is going to have a different effect than if you have caffeine by itself. If you take caffeine along with theanine, the amino acid found in green tea, you're going to notice you're a lot more focused and relaxed as opposed to feeling anxious from just caffeine alone. So different variants of stimulants, which can be beneficial in different ratios. Yerba mate contains theophylline, theobromine, and caffeine. Okay, so theobromine helps to relax muscles and relax blood vessels. Theophylline, I haven't really heard of that. I don't know much about it, but I'm pretty sure it has something to do with the stimulatory effects on the nervous system. When I drink yerba mate, I'm in the flow state. It helps me feel like I'm in a meditative state. Okay, so, you know, Shaolin monks have been said to drink green tea to help them in their meditative practice and help them better focus on their workouts and help to give them energy as well and clarity of consciousness. And also it's been said that the samurais and a lot of different ancient warriors, but the samurais were really big on green tea. And I believe, you know, people used to drink yerba mate back in like Brazil and stuff like that to help them hunt. It helped them stay focused when they're hunting. So, you know, for me, yerba mate definitely gives me a similar effect. It's like focus, it's energy, but it's also relaxation. And everyone knows the combination of effort and relaxation, or stimulation and relaxation. Stimulation and relaxation, when you combine those two, what happens is you're able to get into a flow state. So it's like a productive relaxation. It's like, once again, meditation in motion. Think about the musician, like say Eddie Van Halen or Beethoven, and they're playing a musical solo, and they're just so like they're at one with their craft, and they are literally like their music and shit. Well, they're in a fucking flow state, and there's certain things that you can consume that help you reach that flow state. For me, yerba mate, green tea, black tea, and of course just overall healthy habits really help me get in that flow state, you know, because the cleaner my body is and the more nutrition and nourishment that I give my body, whether that be, you know, thoughts, whether that be drinks, superfoods, herbs, supplements, or running, healthy foods and things of this nature, the better I'll perform and the more of a flow state I'll get in life. Okay, so yerba mate is also, I've noticed, extremely beneficial effects on studying, on focus, on workouts. Like this is my pre-workout of choice now. I just add some other herbs like cardamom, which helps boost testosterone, block estrogen, and boost circulation. Same thing with ginger, and I add a lot of ginger. You know, you can make a badass pre-workout, and it gives me so much more energy and focus, and helps me recover quicker and makes my workouts a lot longer than when I used to drink fucking pre-workouts that would cause me to just feel like shit, like I'm fucking dying. Okay, so, you know, a big part of that is that yerba mate is nourishing your body and your brain and your adrenal glands, as opposed to, you know, caffeine just taking, because it's like a drug. Okay. Also, I noticed my sex life is a lot better. Like, for instance, when I drink yerba mate, about 3 tablespoons, so that's a fuck ton of yerba mate. Drink that before I have sex, and it's just like, I'm in a whole new world. It's like, you know, no longer, you know, am I kind of just like having sex. Now it's like sexual meditation, or else it's kind of like, I don't know, a concentration camp where I'm just like, yeah, girl, I'm just like freaking the fuck out. Of course, that's a little extreme, but most of the time, as of lately, I'll drink some yerba mate and have some great tantric meditation type sex in a way, where I feel like my whole body is like merging with her. I don't know if that's just unique to me. Maybe I'm just like open to those kind of spiritual things or something, or maybe I'm just tripping the fuck out and crazy. But one thing is definitely for certain, I'm definitely crazy for yerba mate. So I'll post a link down below with different links to, you know, benefits and maybe some scientific studies on why yerba mate is so great. But overall, I just want everyone to know I fucking love yerba mate. I mentioned this before in medicinal plants for human performance and caffeinated beverages. I have a video on caffeinated beverages and how they can help, you know, prevent and possibly treat cancer. I know that yerba mate really helps regulate my bowel movements, which may be a good thing, maybe not. It's been traditionally used as a base of medicine in Brazil, and it's been traditionally used for detoxification as well. So, all this been informative. Leave me some fucking comments or questions down below. Fucking subscribe, motherfuckers, and conversate, critique me. Tell me how much you hate my fucking cuss words and shit like that, so that I can calmly tell you, hey, You know, that's cool, you know, if you choose to be so upset over some little fucking nonsense that really doesn't even matter in the long run. Like, you're so upset and emotionally triggered by something so small, because it really doesn't have to piss you off, but you choose to be pissed off. So continue to be addicted to getting pissed off by nonsense like language, considering the fact that I'm using this language to emphasize how great I fucking feel about something I'm passionate about. It's emphasis on an emotion rather than actually cussing at somebody. So to be upset over that would pretty much be very irrational in my opinion. That's just my opinion. So yeah, fuck, I'm German.